Today, our fifth calf of the year was born. We moved our cat Clyde back inside the house, and we even had a crazy encounter with a snake. Right now is the start of Ebony's birthing vlog. Her udder has filled up a lot, and she has goo starting to come out. So we probably will see an Ebony baby very soon, which means we're gonna have the grandchild, the first grandchild of the Midnight Boy. This is Ebony, our last George baby to give birth. I mean, we do have Esther, but Esther gave birth last year. I'm very interested to see if she has a problem. I'm hoping she doesn't. And if she does, we'll take action, but I'm excited to see what happens. And that's Patty, she's due to give birth very soon, and same with Sherry, our other. So these are our three bred heifers, Patty, Ebony, and Sherry. Anna?
What the hell?
If you're confused on what happened, Clyde has been very naughty recently, so we moved him to a pen in the barn. And today we were planning on moving him back, but when we went home to bring him back, Anna escaped, so they pushed open the doors, so we had to block it off. And then we finally got to reunite Clyde with Anna and Firecracker. And as you can see, Anna was very excited to have her boyfriend back. And the reason why we separated Clyde, actually, the real reason, is because we got the girls spayed, and they were not allowed to be near any males for 2 weeks, and it was too hot in the garage, so we had to move him to the barn. So that snake from yesterday, we moved Clyde back to the house, as you saw, and I thought, I'll go put this up back over there where it belongs, outside of the barn. And I was listening to music. It scared me, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what to do now. 2 days later, Wally the snake is still in our barn, so I'm going to safely relocate him to the back of the property near one of the ponds. Still not sure which one, I'm just gonna see which one has better shade and protection. He's been underneath this igloo right here, and the igloo was in that cage with Clyde. So I think he was living under the igloo in that cage with Clyde, because there was some days when he was kind of spooked a bit. He's been staying underneath this igloo. I moved it up here. I was gonna move it away, but then I thought I would much rather him be underneath the igloo than somewhere we can accidentally step on him and then he would bite us. This species is non-venomous. I believe he's a plain bellied water snake. And there's another species my cousin thought it could be, which is a diamond water snake, I think. But we're gonna try to put him in that bucket. I have a lid. I could just pick him up too before putting him in the bucket, because if I put him in the bucket, that might make him angry. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna try to record it. We had suspicions that Ebony was gonna give birth. I'm coming down to check on the cows because they're underneath this tree, and I hear baby talk, and Ebony's not coming up, and she's licking the floor, so I think she might have had her calf. Here's Patty and Sherry. She had her calf! My dad was so worried. I'm so glad. She's had a full udder for the longest time. That is a tiny calf. Thank you, Lord. Look at that baby. Oh. She literally just had to have it. The neighbor's cows have gotten big. The baby wants milk, but Ebony is a first timer, so she doesn't really know what to do here. My guess is that's a girl, because she seems smart. You did a good job, Mama. Y'all being nosy. I don't think I've ever showed the neighbor's animals. That's Thunder. They're gelding or I think gelding. That's Lady. That is Summer, Autumn, and Winter. I think that one's Winter. I'm not sure. Big Daddy and Satin. but they've gotten big. I don't even know the difference between them. But this is Miss Satin. I do not touch them because they are not mine, but I have taken photos. Yes. I was right. It's a heifer. Ebony had a heifer. Kira is the only heifer we've had so far. So, a second girl would mean that we could keep Kira, especially since my dad wants to sell Sunny May and Petunia, which I hate the idea of that, but just gotta deal with it sometimes. But yes, another healthy calf. I'm very grateful. I also found a coyote jaw. Pretty sure that's what it is. Which I was told there was a dead coyote back here somewhere that our neighbor shot, which is unfortunate. But that's kind of cool. Now I have 2 coyote jaws. Hi, Twilight. It's like, nope. So cute. Hi, Kira. Look how sweet. Got the itchies too. Yeah. It's the next morning and Ebony and her little calf is doing great. I need to get a better close-up shot, but that's probably going to be in a few days. But I have decided to name the heifer Odessa, which means a long journey. And Ebony definitely had a long journey. Her tail's actually stuck on that tree branch. Not sure if you can see that. Yeah, Ebony's being a very protective mom, which I understand. I actually think Patty's going to give birth very soon, but I'll hopefully be able to give you a better update on Odessa later. Ebony finally came up to the barn area with little Odessa. So she's finally getting to eat some food, and she also got a lot of water, I saw. So very happy for that. Here's little Odessa. She's a cute little bugger. Definitely a girl. Nothing under there. It's now day 2 with little Odessa. She's very pretty. Her mom is eating right now. But she's doing great, and there's some other updates I need to give you on some other animals, so I will definitely show you them in this video as well. And as you can see here, Patty's udder is actually quite full as well, so she will probably give birth also this month. And then my prediction is that Poppy and Sherry will give birth next month, which is June, because so far we've had 2 calves born every month. We had Twilight and Kira born in March, then we had Blue Spruce and Johnny born in April, and now we have Odessa born in May, and Patty looks close, like she'll give birth in May, and Sherry and Poppy don't look very close, and Poppy's always given birth between June 12th and June 16th. You guys deserve some updates on the goats. As you know, we just brought home a new goat that I need to introduce you to, and I just haven't given you an update on the babies in a while. So let's go ahead and do that. First up, this is little Captain here. He was the first baby born this year. He is a buckling out of Bo Peep and Paperboy. I'm going to sell him as a wether, and him and all the other babies actually are reserved and going to be leaving very soon. He will be leaving sometime in May and sometime in June. The exact dates have not been decided yet. The owners are going out of town early June, plus I'm going to need to band him. I do believe he's a chocolate buckskin. He has some random white as well, including a little C on his side. He's a really sweet boy. He was just spudded, and his spudding is looking very well, a lot better than Moose and Laney's last year. And he is about 2 months old now. And he has beautiful blue eyes, and I love this sweet boy a lot. He's very sweet when you hold him. And he's going to make a great addition to his new family. Next up, this is Ellie. She was the second baby born this kidding season. And she's out of Minerva and my registered buck, Crescent. She is also reserved. She's going to be going to a family in Houston
He's driving all the way down, and that's very far from us. I think he said it's going to be an 11-hour trip. He's going to be leaving very soon, in like less than 2 weeks, I believe. So I need to spend a lot of time with these pretty girls. But she's going to be going with Cindy, and I'm very excited for that. She's going to have some little girls to play with, and she's going to probably be a breeder for the person. Her coloring is called Gold. She has lots of moon spots. She has a little bit of random white, she has minimum white, she has minimal white, and then she also has blue eyes, and then she also is horned. I thought she was polled, so we did not get her disputed, and when we finally realized she was horned, it was too late, so she's going to be a horned goat, which is kind of disappointing, but that's okay. She's still very gorgeous and super sweet, and she has the most gorgeous face, so I'm very glad I got to have her on our farm. This is Remus. This is my other Minerva and Crescent child, and he is going to be a wether, and he's going to the same home as Captain Suds, actually. So I'm very excited that they get to go together, and I'm very excited the girls get to go together. But it's going to be kind of sad to see Remus and Ellie separated. They are like best buddies, but he is also really good buddies with Captain Suds. That is probably one of the hardest parts about raising and breeding and selling goats, is that you have to make some very hard separations. I will talk about in a later video that what's the plan for Minerva and Wilma, because I did talk about how I was going to be selling one of them, but that has changed. But this is little Remus. I love this little guy. I was really tempted to keep him as my own wether, but I decided I'd try to sell him with Captain Suds, and well, that's what happened. But he is so cute. His coloring is called Gold. I absolutely love his coloring, and he has lots of random white. I love his little stripe on his face. He has a beautiful pink nose, and he also has gold eyes like his mom. He looks like the miniature version of his mom. But he's a fourth generation, just like Ellie and Cindy, and he's very cute, and it's going to be sad to see him go. But Captain Suds and Remus are actually only going 5 minutes away from us, so I definitely will be able to see them. So I'm very happy about that. But he's going to be weathered and leave sometime in June. And last but not least, this is Miss Cindy Lou Who. She is going to probably be a breeding doe for her new owners, and she's going to the same home as Ellie. I've already talked about where they're going. She's out of Wilma and Paperboy, so her and Captain Suds are half siblings, and she's also cousins with Minerva and Remus because their moms are cousins and also half sisters. Because their moms are half sisters and also cousins. But Miss Cindy Lou Who, she's so sweet. If I could have kept any of the babies, it probably would have been Cindy. You'll see why when I talk about what my plan is for Wilma and Minerva. But I do have a possibility to get another Cindy Lou or a full sister that I can keep next year. Her coloring is called Black, but I believe she has a chocolate modifier just like her brother Captain and her daddy. So she's gorgeous. She has random white, and she has brown, gold she's gold eyes. And she was also disputed. I forgot to mention, but Remus was also disputed. And she is super sweet, and I love this girl, and it's going to be sad to see her go. But maybe there'll be an opportunity that I go down to Houston and can meet them. But she's super sweet.
And if you're new, you might be wondering why I'm not keeping any of the babies this year, or at least from this kidding season. And that is because I'm making the switch from unregistered goats to registered goats, so I cannot keep any unregistered goats, because it's not going to help me go towards my goal. So I made a decision to sell all 4 babies. There is a possibility that I keep a wether from another goat this year to replace Conway, because I will be selling Crescent, and the deal was with my dad that if I got Conway, I'd have to sell him whenever we sold Crescent. But Paperboy's still gonna need a friend. So I'm going to keep Conway until we find a new weather buddy for Paperboy. However, though, we are going to be breeding 2 goats, Rain and my new goat that I'm about to introduce you to my buck Paperboy. And I definitely will be keeping a doeling out any doelings I get, because they can have the possibility of being registered. And I might keep a buck out of this new doe as well. So stay tuned for that.
Right here is the goat that I soft launched in my last video. And it's finally time that it's finally time I introduce her to you. She is a girl. She is a 4-year-old registered Nigerian dwarf doe. She is from Little Tots Estate up in Georgia, but we bought her from Robin from 5/8 Farm here in Texas. She bought her in Georgia last year. She was born on December 20th of 2021. So that means she is my oldest goat. She beats out Charlotte. And I was gonna sell Charlotte anyways, but she's still going, which means so she's going to be my oldest girl, and she has an amazing udder. This is the udder. This is her current udder, but that's when she's not full. This is the only picture I have of her full udder, but she looks amazing. Um, her coloring she looks a lot like a red, but I think she's just a darker gold with blue eyes, moon spots, and random white, which I do not breed for moon spots. My Robin just knew that my dad likes the flashier goats, and she thought I would be able to convince him because some of my other does that I bought are not necessarily going to be good foundation does. But Liana's role is going to be my foundation doe. So I plan to breed her to Paperboy in a few days and for October Kid. And I'm planning to retain any doelings that don't have defects and register them. And then also I'm going to plan to keep a buckling out of her and Paperboy to breed to my two junior girls, Pebbles and Malele, at some point next year. So I'm very excited to have Liana. I believe she's actually a bottle baby. She is super sweet. I love this gorgeous girl, and I'm very happy to have her in my breeding program, and I love her so much. She is disputed as well, but I love this girl so much. Let me know if you think I made a good decision getting Miss Liana here, and let me know which babies you would have kept if you were able to keep any of them or all of them.